So this is the way in which Memphis, Black Memphis, will be gotten rid of. You can kind of see the example that was set in Atlanta. Now, what they did in Atlanta was pushed all the black folks out away from the money making part of the city. Now everybody got to travel deep inside of Atlanta. And the reason why they say Atlanta is quite a bit different is because you got white folk running, running their little dogs all around. And I wish you would march your black ass off into that neighborhood. You'll be just like that dude, Ahmad. What his name was? Ahmad Marbury. Go running through them white folk area you want to. So that's where the whole Cop City thing came from a couple years ago. But we're going to talk about how they're going to do Memphis the same way. And the Democrat Party is right on board with it. And black people are so in bed with the Democrats that Keisha Lance Bottoms, who ran, I'm talking about she ran the whole Atlanta while the mass gentrification and even the current the current mayor of Atlanta, that nigga stood up and beat his chest and was like, they tried to come here and stop the cop safety task force building from being built, and we prevailed above them. And do you know who them were? They were a bunch of Democrat protesters. He's literally a Democrat mayor proudly saying how he defeated the cause of a bunch of Democrat protesters. And the Democrats were protesting against the Cop City facility that led to the mass gentrification and police surveillance and the bullying out. And what they do is that they pass city laws. And see, this is how lost you are. Just think about if I put up an image of Fannie Willis. The only thing black people are programmed to do is say, look at that black woman shining. Fannie Willis had 2,500 black men incarcerated for over 6 months with no charge. Whenever you're gentrifying a rich area to arrest a homeowner and hold him in jail with no charge, his mortgage is falling behind, insurance, car payments, his life is falling apart. So that shows you that your very own Democrat Party is on board with it. And not only are they on board with it, you are literally okaying it by giving them such a fanatical large number of votes. What, like 90%? So I don't know what to say. Like, I know you've had time to read this. This is why you get people like students and upper affluent and upper middle class and working class people that are being harassed. They pass city laws, and so far they got so many black people in Memphis Shelby County Jail. The jails are literally overrunning. They full to capacity, because if they was giving people a bond, they could get out. So they're not there going after criminals. I mean, you know how this state apparatus talk. What did they say about Nigeria? And then they realized they told a big lie, so they had to go get Nicki Minaj to try to back it up. They will announce a noble cause and purpose and reason as to why they're doing everything, but they got all type of shit up their sleeve, trust me. And like I said, you better file lawsuits against your political party, the Democrats, for cooperation in genocide and gentrification and mass displacement of specific targeted racial groups of people, and that would be black. You need to get serious about yourself, because if you don't get serious about yourselves, you just gonna be a bunch of goofies pushed yet again out of another city. 200,000 black people pushed out of New York. Nearly 250,000 pushed out of Chicago. And now, how many they gonna push out of Memphis? They'll probably push out 2, 3, 400,000. That'll be half the black population. And they'll disenfranchise the remaining who will be pushed to the brokest and most distant and the most neglected parts of Memphis. Man, I could go on and on about Memphis. I'll do a video on the whole secret shopper thing and how they were discriminating against the home buyers, just blatant discrimination. But yeah, all of that harassment and all of that chasing you around, Every bit of that is designed to intimidate you and get you in a jail system that you ain't gonna be able to bail out of, with the hopes that you'll lose everything, your job, your ability to pay your bills, and then they'll just have all them areas to themselves. And just look at how selfish black people are. Many black people, it's like, well, as long as I ain't got arrested, I mean, they just making everything safe and quiet. And I ain't heard no gunshots around here, so it's all good to me. All the way up until they get snatched up out the car by their bonnet and got somebody beating their face in the side of the pavement. Then they'll be on YouTube and TikTok with their mouth wide open. Unfortunately, that's just how black people is. But organize, and you better put together the Memphis Panther Association and start patrolling your very own neighborhoods. I'm straight up telling you, I'm out.